All right, what about now? Put a one in the chat. Type a one if you can hear me. Let's see. Okay, awesome. Yep, that was my microphone. Okay, now we're back in action. All right, so I wanted to do something different tonight. Tonight we have a bit of a comedic relief. It is a comedy show where we just kick it and we laugh at different funny memes, or if you have a funny story to tell, make sure that you can also call in, and I would leave the link on that. And when you're coming in, make sure to put in the chat, where are you listening from? Where are you listening from? Okay, so I just, I'm always curious to see where everybody's from. And also, while you're here, make sure that you like and subscribe. Like the content, subscribe to the content. It is very important that you guys like the content and don't just, peek in and leave. Come back, come on back and stay. Come stay with me. Come on, let's go. let's learn and let's relate to each other, and let's get to know each other better, and comment. You never know. Your comment may actually save someone's life. Your comment may actually say, you know what? Don't go back. Don't look back. And that could be the life-saving moment that they need, because who knows what would have happened if they were to go back to that narcissist. And, right here on this show, we do focus on narcissism, but this is also a show where we unveil the spiritual aspect of narcissism. And it's not that, we want to scare anyone, or, we want to put fear into anyone. It's not anything like that. But I do believe that it is most helpful where, when you actually know what you're really dealing with, right? Am I right or wrong? Okay, so tonight we have a bit of a comedy show where we'll be laughing or talking about different memes that are going around the internet. Okay, so I just, on my Facebook, if you're not following me, you need to follow me. There was like different memes about narcissism, and I'm like, you know what, we need to just put this on some slides, and people need to talk and relate and just share just some laughter, because of course this is the time of year where the narcissist is actually swindling or manipulating their way back into your heart. They might give you a sob story, they might give you a happy story. Either way, they just want your attention, and they just want some sort of reaction from you. Okay. And this is also the time where, we're not playing those games that the narcissist wants us to play. We're not going to do it. All right, let's see. I like it like that. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to play those games anymore. You have to realize that when you are in this type of cycle of abuse, this will go on forever if you let it. I've talked to people that they were in an NPD cycle for 13 years, 15 years. They have grandchildren and great grandchildren together with the narcissist. And they're always talking about how, oh, I didn't know that this was an actual thing. And now that I'm 60 years old, I recognize that this person is keeping me on a cycle. They'll love bomb me, then they'll devalue me, then they discard, then they suck me back in. It is all a cycle. It's all a cycle. All right, so listen, enough of me talking. Let's get to it. Now, this first one I thought was just so hilarious. When you go digging into his past and find exactly what you're looking for. I think this is so funny because, number one, how many people have actually dug into the past and then you saw what was in the past and you just kept on And then you just said, oh, maybe they can change. And they got the skeletons in that closet, and he's just about to burn his computer all the way up. I think this is just hilarious. But it's true. When you go digging in the past and you find exactly what you're looking for. Now, listen, when you find what you're looking for, please don't try to paint that red flag white. Don't do that. Don't do it. The red flag is still red. Still red. Don't try to paint it white. I thought that was hilarious. Okay, let's see. This one is a tweet. I'm not on Twitter. I think I do have a Twitter account, but I'm never on it. Yeah, and Demi says you'll regret it. Yeah, that's for sure. That's definitely for sure. All your narcissists will see you prospering after you cut them off and think you're doing it out of spite. Yeah, that is definitely true. And I wonder, like, do they? I'm of the camp where I don't even think they care. I mean, when they do come back around, they're only coming back around to see what they can get out of you. Do they care or think, oh, she's doing that or he's doing that to spite me? That's questionable. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think? I don't know. I thought that's funny. Let's see. I wish I could. Yeah. Demi says, yeah, you definitely regret it. That's for sure. Every time you take that narcissist back, you will regret it because the treatment gets worse. They already don't respect you, but when you start taking them back and forgiving them for all types of just foolishness, they see that, okay, you're basically a pushover and they didn't have respect for you in the first place, and they definitely don't now. Yeah, they're really, yeah, that's true. They could, feel that way because they're so into themselves. That is a good point. They think that you doing better has something to do with them. It just has to. Oh, you know what I just thought about also? They're also, that weird competition. They're in a weird competition with everyone, especially the closest people to them. So they actually will see you prospering and think, oh, it's because he or she is in this competition with me. You know what I mean? Do y'all understand what I mean? Let's see. Hood legend. Yeah, that's what it is. They think everyone is in some type of competition. It's just, you're not even thinking about them. Put it like that. You're not thinking about them. You don't want anything to do with them. And the truth of the matter is they're in a competition with you. They're thinking about you. You're not thinking about these, what can I call them? Somebody give me a good name. Hooligans. You're not thinking about these hooligans. All right, let's see. All right, I got to move myself out the way for this one. Let's see. A narcissist prayer. That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. There's a gaslighting and the devaluing your feelings. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it was, that's not my fault. And if it was, listen, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. I mean, that just sums up the whole relationship. Let's just blame you for the narcissist shortcomings. Yeah, let's do that. Yep, sounds about right. That sounds that sounds totally accurate. That's too funny. My friend, can you see he's toxic? And then you're squinting your eyes like I can't see anything. No, I can't. Hey, how many of you had a person in your life that actually said, listen, this man or this woman is no good for you? How many of you, type in the chat if somebody in your life actually recognized that this person was a walking red flag? I mean, those red flags that the color guards have in the band? Right. but right, but you can't see it because you're already in it, or maybe you just choose not to see it. I just think this is hilarious. No, seriously, yeah, it's facts. I mean, you everyone can see the red flags except for you. You're like, let's see. Let me move me to the side. Okay. You can't gaslight me because I have a narcissistic mother with a victim complex. Oh no. Oh my goodness. You know what? Um, a lot of people that deal are in a relationship with narcissists, they have a narcissistic parent or some type of, narcissistic influence on their lives growing up. And I just find it so interesting, like, in our atmosphere and our studies and coaching, or even if this is your mental health profession, or even if you're just you're researching just as a person because you want to know more, right? Do you find that more of these people are more of us that actually have a that's right, yeah, please hit the like button, it helps out a lot. More of the people that have a narcissistic relationship, they come from a family of narcissists. And if you have read my book, you know what I'm about to say. I truly believe that this is the same spirit that has been in your lineage. So it can be on your mother growing up, and then you meet that same spirit in a partner. And it doesn't matter the gender because these spirits don't have a gender. But that's not this show. This is a comedy show. So I'm not going to go there tonight. But just go on my playlist and you can look on that. You can look on what is the playlist called that I have that I'm talking about that, y'all? Spiritual reason why you met the narcissist. It's like 3. And it's on my page if you want to know more about that. It could be the same familiar spirit in the lineage that's posing, that has been there most likely for centuries or decades. All right, let's see. Can you really call it narcissism if I'm actually just better than everyone? Listen, do you know that this is partly not even a joke right here? Because the narcissist is so entitled and they do believe that they're better than everyone. Did you guys know that? No, seriously. They think they're better than everybody. And it's their world and we just live in it. Yeah, we're just little pawns in their little game. They play with people like a toy and then they put you back on the shelf, you know? And I just feel like it's time for people to stop playing because these people or these things, they're not playing with us. They will use you until there is no more. I mean, even if, especially if you're a man and, you meet a woman and just off the top, it's just drama from the beginning. And that's how you really know that you are dealing with a toxic person. Why, soon as I meet you, you need help with your car. You need help with this. You need help with that. I mean, I just met you for 1 hour. We just been talking for 1 hour. 1 hour. We just been talking. Like, you got all these problems in 1 hour. I don't understand that. No. I don't get it. That just, I mean, it happens off the board. It happens around. And one thing about narcissism, it is not just subject to one culture. It's not just subject to one social class. These are people from celebrities. You see this all the way down to probably the people that, the lowest job on earth. you will see these traits in people. So this is not something that's, oh, only this type of person, only that type of person. No, it's across the board. You see what Johnny Depp went through, and they got so much money. And he was in court with that. In my opinion, I do believe that the woman, I think that she was a female narcissist. I really do. But that's just my humble opinion. Jimmy says, yep, it's happening now with the female rapper currently. Who's the female rapper? Somebody type in the chat. Who's the rapper, guys? And then also Hood Legend says, they're the devil in the flesh. I definitely agree. Make sure that you also purchase my book, When Satan Plays Matchmaker, Exploring the Spiritual Side of Narcissism. And you know, sometimes you could be like too busy to sit and read. I also have it on audio. So I mean, if you're doing whatever you're doing in this world, you could just put in the AirPod and listen to the book. Oh, she says Cardi B. Yeah, I mean, the thing about that, I just feel like, do you know how when you have that type of relationship? So let's take the money out of it. Let's take the celebrity status out of it. Think about how when you're in a rocky relationship already, the person's cheating. And what does a narcissist want to do? They want to lock you down even further so you can take the abuse. Even, you know, it's harder for you to leave. First, they'll marry you. They marry very quickly. That's not enough. You can still leave, you know, fairly. No, it's not easy to get divorced, but it's fairly easy compared to if you have children together. So what do? Let me give her a baby. Let me give him a baby. So now it's going to complicate things. Then when things really get rocky, okay, let me give this person, let's have another baby. So now we got 2 kids. Where is he going? Where is she going? You see, this is the logic that they have. It's definitely not right, but this is how narcissists, male and female, this is how they think. This is why when men meet women and they want to have kids quickly, they don't even care about, honestly, they don't care about the kid. They just have these children because they think that's going to keep the man. And that is not how it goes. It's just not how it goes. Yeah, and Demi says the way she describes how he is messing with her, he gaslights. Yeah, they're provoking to anger. I did a video once on what was it? The provoke and record. There we go. The narcissist provokes and records. They will provoke you. They will push your buttons. They know what ticks you off. And if they don't know what ticks you off, let's say you're a cool leveled person. What do they do? What did he do? What did she do? They will publicly embarrass you. Publicly embarrass you to get a reaction. And the reaction that Cardi B had, that is just what her husband wanted, to tell you the truth. And this is why you have to not think with emotion, because you can tell that she already had a lot of things built up in her rant. And he didn't care. He didn't care. Like, okay, all right. Didn't care. Yes, that's how it is. Listen, this is one thing, the most important thing that I can tell anyone is, and this is across the board, no matter what social class, no matter what race, religion, or gender, keep control of your emotions. Because once the other party sees you emotional, that is their fuel. That is their driving force. That is what they are living for. That is where they want you. they feel powerful. They really do. Move in silence and keep on keep your emotions intact. Yeah, he is on to the next. Oh yeah, art. Yeah, he's definitely on to the next one. I think that's what actually got her, so emotional, because you've been with this person for how many years, and then you do this. You don't. No one gets into a marriage and thinks, "Oh, I'm not going to be married." I mean, you get into a marriage because you're going to be with this person forever, right? Yeah. All right, next one. I'm making sure my daughter travels a lot, so when she's older, she won't be impressed by a weekend in Miami with your dusty son. Listen. Yeah, and Demi says she said he played with me like he played. Yeah, he definitely played with her. And this is a game to them. I'm just gonna be honest. It's a game. That's why I don't put myself in. Okay, I'll just say this. I don't take anyone serious. You have to show me. And giving gifts and actually not being faithful, what is that showing me? It's showing me you just want me to shut up while you cheat. Right. Those days are over. That's the 19, I don't even know. 1800s when All right, so let's see. I'm making sure my daughter travels a lot, so when she's older, she won't be impressed by a weekend in Miami with your dusty son. Can I just say, listen, I'm from Miami, born and raised in Miami, Florida, sunny Miami, Florida. Um, uh, the food is overpriced. The people are mean. The sun is hot, and yeah, it could get a little dusty out there. I mean, hi, DJ. Good evening. I'm so happy you're here with us because we're having some fun with these memes. Look, I mean, the last one was funny. Look, I can attest to this. But honestly, all jokes aside, seriously, if you have children, especially little young girls, even if you're not a father, make sure like your nieces or your little cousins or your little sisters, sit them down and tell them like, okay, don't be so impressed by what these guys have to offer. You know what I mean? This is him doing the bare minimum is just the bare minimum. I mean, we all travel, we all have a car, we all have a job. So we're not going to be impressed by the bare minimum, okay? I mean, and Miami is so overrated, and I could definitely say that because that is my hometown. Born and raised in the 305. Yes, hit that like button. Please, please, please hit the like button. Oh, this one was really funny to me. Everybody, just everyone stop what you're doing and look at the screen. Stop what you're doing and look at the screen. Look at the screen. Hand clap, neck roll. Stop what you're doing and look at the screen. Ooh. Yes. DJ King, he says Tony Montana's turf. Yes, that's look. Every time I go back to Miami, I'm like, why do people just put so much emphasis on it? Like, I don't understand what is the hype. I guess it's because I'm from there, and I know all the tourists go there for the South Beach, and everybody is walking around with swimsuits or bikinis. It's hot. It's 100 or 90 and above all year round. I mean, you got the beach there, but when you go to the beach, that's just like the tourist part. Like, no one from Miami actually goes to South Beach. Like that's like, it is a big party town, but I feel like it's just the whole Miami is a tourist trap. You got to pay for $50 parking. The food is overpriced. I don't know. I'm from Miami, so I'm used to it. Like, and I'm not from the South Beach. I'm from like the real Miami, the real Miami. Right. Yeah, I'm used to it. That's all. And I want to see the snow. I like the fall leaves. I like that. Listen, everybody stop what you're doing. Look at the screen. Who the narcissists say they are. Who remembers this movie from back in the day? The Gremlin. What was that Gremlin name? Gizmo the Gremlin. That's Gizmo. That little thing used to scare me when I was little. Yeah, it used to scare me. And you know what was the other movie from that other little thingy from Tales in the Hood? That's around like this same era. Some people know what I'm talking about, Yes, the Gremlins. Yeah. That little thing used to scare me. But honestly, remember when you really first met that narcissist? They were so sweet, kind. And how long did it take for that mask to really slip? And wasn't the whole premise about the gremlins like they turn into the one at the bottom when they hit the water? The blob, the blob used to scare me. Well, look, but when the narcissist was like that at the top, did he hit that water? And he turned just like this. Little sharp teeth, looking crazy. I don't like that. Get off my screen, little gizmo. That's too funny, y'all. I hope y'all took a screenshot of that one. The blob was definitely scary. And what was the other one? That was it wasn't scary, but it was kind of weird. Little Shop of Horrors with that big plant, Feed Me Seymour. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Please don't let me ruin your narcissistic backstabbing with the truth. Look. With the truth. You know what's funny though? The narcissist will say all type of craziness about you during with that smear campaign, and people believe it. People believe it. I mean, oh yeah, DJ says I'd like that one you posted about Chucky. Yeah, Chuck, that was funny. Chucky used to creep me out too. He definitely did. But he was so nice and kind. Remember my buddy? And then he would turn into your enemy. But with that smear campaign, it's just, I don't know. It's so disappointing when people believe the worst of you. Isn't it? It's so disappointing when people actually believe the lies that the narcissist is saying about you. It is highly disappointing. And I just find it like upsetting at the very least. Upsetting. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. Demi says because they know how to manipulate. That is very true. And I feel like I always tell people the real ones that really know you, they know the truth. But at the same time, it is hurtful when people, are actually giving in or even listening to the lies in that smear campaign. Oh yeah, and that's true too, DJ. He says, it's those people that recognize each other's demons. That is true. And a lot of them, they never like you anyway. So of course they're going to be on the side of someone else when it's time to tarnish your name. But I can't lie, that is hurtful. It's really hurtful when, people believe the worst in you and they know you as a person, right? Let's see, what's this say? Attending tea parties with my daughter, so your dusty son won't don't try to impress her with Golden Corral. Y'all stop it. This what was the whole thing about the cheesecake? I was just trying to understand it. Yeah, buzzards of the I like that one, buzzards. We're gonna call them buzzards from now on. These buzzards are the same feather flock together because birds are too classy for them. They some buzzards. Birds are too classy. They are buzzards. Let's put some buzzards in the chat. Put some buzzards. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. How many of you are parents? Especially if you have daughters, because by the time little girls get to age 15 and 16 and start dating, or even 18, can you imagine what this world would be like? If it's bad right now, imagine it in 10 years. Oh my gosh. Listen, look, we have a spaceship available because it's going to get bad. It's going to get real bad. Yeah, you just want to teach your children that there's standards and it's okay to have standards. You're not a Golden Corral girl? Okay. If you're not what's the other one? What's another one? Somebody dropped. What's another place that people don't? If you're not a Burger King, first of all, Burger King and McDonald's should not be a first date. Let's just be real. And if you have little girls, do you want your daughter to be taken on a first date with a man or a young man to McDonald's? I don't think so. Be honest with yourself. Taco Bell, I wouldn't want my daughter to be taken to Taco Bell for a date. Definitely not. If you have a son, would you want your son to date a woman or a teenager girl that says, you know what, I just take anything? With your sons, you don't want to teach your sons to be with a woman that accepts anything. You mean to tell me you'll take anything? Oh goodness. See, yeah, morals and values, especially during early childhood development. That is true because I keep seeing these strange debates and just weirdness. But you got to be honest with yourself. There are things that are more respectable. There are things that have more morals. Yeah, we can meet at Starbucks for the first day. We can do something like that, but especially as a teenager, but as far as a first date, no, Taco Bell would be unacceptable. And then just by me saying that, there will be so many women actually dragging me. You better be glad that he took you. No, I don't do that. I don't even associate with people that are of that. You know what I mean? So I don't even go there. Because right, we meet somewhere, and especially nowadays, you gotta meet somewhere. You can't just pull up and get in a car nowadays. And you have to actually take your own car or your own method of transportation, because sometimes people like to do Uber or whatever to your destination. And yeah, it's not even safe to be in the same car as a first date. So all that picking me up and doing that, no, I'll meet you just in case I gotta run out the door and grab my keys real quick and my mace. Yeah, I mean, you could take yourself to fast food. I mean, the concept about the fast food thing, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, that's not going to be a first date. Even if I was a teenager, because even teenagers, they got to have some standards. But yeah, with these dates and all that, especially if you're meeting people online, don't get in the car with this person that you don't know. Men too, because they put in, I don't even think I can say it on this show. They're putting certain things in their water where the men will be knocked out by the end of the night and you get robbed. It's been all over the news, all over Dateline, ID channel shows and everything. So, everybody has to be careful out there, women and men too, because you never know. And in my opinion, I think it would just be, safer to take the creepy guy. He does the kind of creep, like he looks cringe. I mean, I just feel like it would be safer to meet someone at the destination. All right. You were right. I am psycho. There's no explanation for why I dated you for so long. Isn't that funny? That's hilarious to me. Yeah, they'll be quick to call you crazy. Look, even with that little fast food little spill I just had, like all these people just logged off. Let me play my tiny violin. Let's drop some violins in the chat. All right, let's keep going. Listen. Is this the last one? Almost. Okay. Speaking of fast food, let me see. DJ King says, speaking of fast food places, now that Ronald McDonald's clown is really scary because very notorious for killing millions of people. Yeah, that is true. Look, what was the thing about the fast food, the French fries? They could last for like 10 years. I don't think I want that in my body. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Please, it's helping the channel out. And this is our first, comedic relief, our first little laugh together. This is a fairly new channel. And I'm just trying to get the word out there. And of course, as you already know, I am the author of When Saiyan Plays Matchmaker, exploring the spiritual side of narcissism. And I am just so happy to be here with everyone. Last week, I was on here talking about toxic family, starting our own traditions, doing things that we as believers, as people that actually have gone through NPD abuse, whether it's with in a relationship or with toxic family members, we have to come together as a community and support each other. Because, you never know. This may be the only laugh you have tonight, or maybe you don't have no one to call. Maybe you don't have no one during these holidays. So I really appreciate every single one of you for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Now, hobosexual. The definition is a person that enters into a relationship to prevent themselves from being homeless. Some homosexuals. You're in a relationship because you don't want to get kicked out the house, the other house that you may be in. Whoa. I think this is like almost, what is this, 80% of narcissists? Because they're looking for somewhere to go. They don't want to go back to their parents' house. They probably ruined the connection with their kid's mother or father. So they're jumping into a relationship and like, okay, well, let's live together. Listen, you think this not real? I'm telling you, this is so real because I know people like this. I know. Yeah, poison fat. I need to stop eating the fast food though. I am a sucker for What do I like? I like Chick-fil-A. I like I'm not a Mac I don't really like the McDonald's like that. I do well, that's not considered fast food if I do Five Guys. Not really, right? Well, at least you know they use real potatoes and real oil to fry. Yeah, that is a real term. You're in a relationship to prevent yourself from being homeless. No bueno. That's not a good look. Not at all. I like a Chick-fil-A. I do like a Chick-fil-A. I like a Chick-fil-A and I like this isn't everywhere though. Freddy's. It's like a burger place. And when I was on the West Coast, I definitely like In-N-Out. Oh, pause 1 second. I'm going see this is why I gotta get back right. In Georgia, the cookout. I love the cookout. Who's been to the cookout in Georgia? Is that a Georgia thing? Because when I was living in Atlanta, I mean, I was at the cookout all the time. Like the shakes are good, the prices are right. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Jack in the Box. I had Jack in the Box? I have not. Yep. Five Bros. I love me a good five bros. Oh, Zaxby's. Yeah, that's definitely Georgia. I used to go to Zaxby's. The wings are good. All right. I wait. We saw this one right here. This is the last. Oh no. Wait a minute here. Hold up. Wait a minute. The narcissist, after a long day of pretending to be a nice person. Look at him all shriveled up. Look at here. And he just trying to chill out, got his candle lit. I bet it smell like sulfur. Y'all, I cannot. This is, I think, does this one win the night? Does this one win the night? Why? I guess because the water hit, that's why he's like our sheep. I mean, wait a minute. Is that a hairnet over the horn? I cannot. That's a hairnet on, y'all. So the little horns won't get wet in the. Oh goodness gracious! I cannot. Looks undignified. This is this the winner. Yeah, I think we have a winner. Tonight's winner is this meme right here. This is it. This is it. OMG. For real, like seriously, this is it. Like this thing got this. Look, I wonder if like when you take this mask off, this narcissist, this is what you get. This is what you get. The narcissist after a long day of pretending to be a nice person. How many of you have a coworker like this? Look, I remember I had a coworker like this, a teacher. Oh goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Look at that there. Ooh wee. You show is ugly. I made this cute scarf from all the red flags you gave me. I can't with you on tonight. I cannot. All right. I'm going to think of this meme forever. Listen, guys, I think we found a winner. And it was That one right there. I think we found a winner, y'all. What you think? Because he ooh wee. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a good one. So I really enjoyed everybody tonight, and this was just the first one. And I have tons of these slides. And whenever you are, available, make sure that you send me, whenever you see something funny, send it to me. Send it to my direct, my messages, either on TikTok, search Dr. Yaya Marie, Facebook, Dr. Yaya Marie. Email Dr. Yaya Marie at gmail.com. Okay. And I have my email right there at the bottom. It's going do, 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 do. There it is. There it is. There's all of my stuff right there where you can contact me. And this was hilarious. I mean, it really was. Oh goodness. Yes, Demi says this is definitely some comic relief on behalf of the nurse. Yeah, I mean, I know that the shows that I do are nothing like this. Like the shows that I do are extremely serious. And I just wanted to just, come on here and give some little funny business, up in here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps the channel out. And I hope that everyone was entertained at the very least. And I hope that everyone is blessed. Make sure that you have a copy of your book, because I'm going to go in the next, or one of the next shows, I should say, will be about Lilith, the demonic spirit of Lilith, and how it relates to narcissism. And if you do have the book already, you already know where I'm about to go. Okay, so the book is called, or it's titled, When Satan Plays Matchmaker, Exploring the Spiritual Side of Narcissism. And listen, this tonight was too funny. Too funny. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm over here cracking up, especially at that one. And for those of you who just came in, this was actually our winner tonight. Until we do another comedy show, which would probably be, I like this. I might do this. This might be a frequent occurrence, because these are actually too funny. I'm cracking up at this one. And where was the other one right here? That one was a good one. Oh, goodness gracious. I cannot. Well, it has been a pleasure. Oh, that's how you do that. Now, you have to know. Look, I'm new to this StreamYard thing too. So it has definitely been a pleasure. And I love each and every one of you guys. Anybody have anything to say before I go? Let's see. He's definitely cringe, that guy right there. This was runner up. I think this might be second place. This is definitely second place. Gizmo, and he turned it to OMG, look at the little teeth. Yeah, this is definitely a runner up. Because when that mask slip, oh my, they start growling, their eyes start turning black. They start spitting at you. All type of foolishness. Oh, thank you so very much. It was a pleasure to have you here. I mean, tonight was hilarious, okay? Tonight was hilarious. I'm trying to think, when should we do the next one? The next show will be mostly, I'm talking about Lilith and her demonic influence when it comes to narcissism. But the next time I do one of these comedy memes and shows, I don't really know. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. Just make sure that you send them to me, Dr. Yaya Marie at gmail.com. I'm very active on my email, and I'm very active on TikTok. Okay. But if anything, you can always email me. All right. Oh, that was hilarious, y'all. I hope everyone's having a wonderful break. And it's really winter break. If you have, your children in school, isn't it? This is the last day of school, or tomorrow might be the last day of school. So I'm pretty sure everybody's all up late. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Well, I love you. And don't forget that God loves you the very most. And look, if you see one of these creatures, you take your left foot and you stomp it. You stomp it real hard. All right. You kick it across the room. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye.